Augustus remained in Rome, but Antony took control of Egypt, a land not formally joined to Rome, but firmly under the empire's command. There he joined forces with Egypt's queen. Ancient historians, like Cassius Dio, believed that was a fateful move. When Antony fell deeply in love with his new ally, many feared the ambitious queen was scheming to rule Rome herself. Her name was Cleopatra.
Cleopatra's brazen desire for passion and wealth was insatiable. By love, she had made herself Queen of Egypt. But she failed in her goal to become Queen of the Romans.
Cleopatra did not enjoy a good press in Rome. What really irritated people about Cleopatra is that she was a powerful woman from the East and from a very wealthy country with a monarchic system of government. And she therefore symbolized lack of moderation, lack of control, frenzy, fury, everything that Rome tried not to be. Cleopatra and Antony were cast as the leaders of the evil empire.
Antony's alliance with Augustus withered. He and Cleopatra mobilized, but Augustus struck first. The poet Virgil later cast the battle as an epic struggle of East against West.
Standing high on the stern, Augustus leads the Italians into battle, carrying with him the might of the Senate and the people. Opposing him with barbarian wealth is Antony, suited for battle. He carries with him the powers of the Orient, and, to the scandal of all, his Egyptian wife. Their monstrous divinities raise weapons against our noble Roman gods.
Three-quarters of the Egyptian fleet was destroyed. Antony and Cleopatra committed suicide, and the land of the pharaohs was formally annexed to the Roman Empire.
The annexation of Egypt for Augustus was immensely important. It was the equivalent of Hitler's troops marching through the streets of Paris. Here was a wealthy country that was going to be providing food, that was going to be providing land, but above all, it was a country of great cultural prestige. And once Rome had Egypt as part of its empire, they had truly arrived.
There is nothing that men can wish from the gods, nothing the gods can do for men which Augustus, when he returned to the city, did not do for the Republic, the Roman people, and the entire world. Civil wars were finished, foreign wars ended, and everywhere the fury of arms was put to rest.
Upon Augustus's return to a war-torn Rome in 29 BC, the city went wild with enthusiasm. The triumphant general vowed to restore peace and security. It was a promise he would keep. The victory of Augustus launched a period of stunning cultural vitality, of religious renewal, and of economic well-being that spread throughout the empire. It would be called the Pax Romana, the Peace of Rome. And to many, it marked the return of Rome's mythic and glorious past. But Augustus himself would never return to the past. He was now a hardened 32-year-old man, the sole ruler of the Greco-Roman world, Rome's first emperor. Victory had been costly, but the greatest challenge still lay ahead. For to avoid the fate of Julius Caesar, Augustus must disarm the Senate and charm the masses. he must do better than win the war. He must win the peace. That challenge would occupy the rest of his life.
Let me step forward, clear my throat, and announce that I am a native of Solmo, a few days' journey eastward from Rome.
While Augustus fought his way to the pinnacle of power, a boy named Ovid was coming of age under less demanding circumstances.
I was the second son, a year to the day younger than my brother. We always had 2 cakes on the birthday we shared, and were close in other ways as well. We studied together, and then went up to Rome to seek our fortunes. I used to waste my time trying to write verses. Our father called it waste. He disapproved of any pursuit where you couldn't earn a decent living, and always used to say, Homer died poor.
Ovid came from the same stock as Augustus. They were both landed gentry, and like Augustus, the young man found his identity and his ambitions molded by his demanding family.
I tried to give up poetry, to stick to prose on serious subjects, but frivolous minds like mine attract frivolous inspirations, some too good not to fool with. I kept returning to my bad habits, secretive and ashamed. I couldn't help it. I felt like an imposter at serious matters, but I owed it to my father and brother to try to do my duty.
By Roman law, a father wielded absolute control over his children. Those who displeased him could be disowned, sold into slavery, or even killed. The young Ovid tried to meet his father's expectations. He married, he studied law, but the strain proved unendurable. Miserable, Ovid and a friend set out on a journey of self-discovery.
We toured all the magnificent cities of Asia. We watched the flames of Mount Etna light up the heavens. We plowed the waves in a painted ship and also traveled by wagon. Often the road seemed short as we were lost in conversation. When we walked, our words outnumbered our steps, and we had too much to say, even for the long evenings of summer.
"18 months later, Ovid settled in Rome, older and more self-confident than before. He resolved to become a poet. He cultivated new friends in Roman literary circles, and soon, Ovid made a name for himself as Rome's reigning poet of stolen kisses.
It's a mistake to think that Ovid's poetry can be read very literally in purely autobiographical terms. That wouldn't be true, I think, of any poetry from antiquity. But clearly, at the same time, Ovid is writing about subjects of which he has some sort of experience. And he certainly, through the love poetry, opens up a world which is very different in tone and quality from the official atmosphere.
While Ovid bloomed as a man of words, the new emperor thrived as a man of action. He rebuilt Rome and his own family. Divorcing his wife, Augustus married his heavily pregnant mistress, Livia. The move raised eyebrows and hackles, for love was not the only motive, and although Augustus shunned the trappings of absolute power, many suspected he was building a dynasty, a line of heirs to rule Rome for generations to come.